Welcome to the RMB Think Summit 2024. Please welcome our host, Fifi Peters.
Good morning. You would know that you are in the company with some of the brightest minds that have been flown from all over the world.
I'd like to welcome you to RMB Think Summit 2024. If you look in terms of our geopolitical environment, a lot of change is taking place.
So the art of step change. The art of step change is about opening your mind to what's really happening. South Africa is now back in play because 12% of the shipping of the world travels around the Cape. You are now on the international chessboard once more.
We can't get to where we need to be to compromise until we have a crisis. That's the irony. We have to have a really good crisis. I mean, we have to be looking into the abyss and going, it's a long way down, before you're going to get people to say, okay, let's compromise or we're all going to die.
One of the first changes that has to happen inside companies in order to be effective is to move from having IT as a utility function, like plumbing, that supports your current business, to become more like digital as a capability, which is the business.
When looking at the South African election, it feels quite binary. Analyzing it at the moment, two very binary outcomes that we're waiting for. But from a policy perspective, looking forward, you're actually probably in a less binary space.
There has been an outflow, net outflow of foreign investors into our bond market. So over kind of the 5-year period, it's a net outflow. But in the last year, and even in the last year to date, in the last 5 months, there's been net inflow.
Now if we look kind of 2022 over the medium term, and I'm defining medium term to around 2027, the average growth rate in GDP expected over that period is lower than it was before the pandemic and after the global financial crisis.
Basically, monetary policy in emerging markets really kind of fed off the US in terms of what's priced over the last 2-3 months. It's the same time when the credit markets for sovereigns have told us that EMs have become less risky.
Most of the world is coming out of a technical recession. Europe is coming out of an energy crisis for the last 2 years. Yep. We see that China is starting to turn a corner. It's actually performing better than what most people perceive. And we're sensing that policymakers, they have a lot more urgency in reflating that economy.
People in Africa are becoming the world's #1 resource. Possibly the most important question in the whole world is, how well are we identifying and mobilizing talent in Africa?
If you put in all the effort and you work really hard, your chances of reaching your goals is better. Measure the result of the effort.
I hope that this platform has provided you with that space for you to step out of your world and to think a little bit differently. Let's carry this momentum forward as we continue to shape a brighter future for our beautiful country, South Africa. Thank you for coming, and we look forward to seeing you next year.